Alright guys, it's Chef Barry. This weekend is Father's Day weekend. I did plan on going to visit my family and get some range time with my dad and go shoot. But Taster Tank had an accident, so we had to take him to the vet. So we had to cancel our plans for this weekend. But on a side note, it's given me a chance to go play with some new stuff I got. So, as you could see from the towels, the t-shirt, I watched Tuesday Night Live, Flash in Your Pan with Ed, Dano, and Jesse. There's some good buddies of mine. I got the towels, the shirt, I got hooked up from them. But on one of their Tuesday Night Lives, they had the inventor of GoldClaw on there. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but they talked about GoldClaw and their upcoming production pan. And I sent some texts to some of the guys from Flash asking what they thought about GoldClaw, if it's as good as this guy's saying, you know. And they said, oh, it's awesome, like they love those pans. So I figured I might as well try out one, right? Well, the production pan, which is this big behemoth right here, just for the pan and the pre-order price was $50. I don't remember the original price, but it would have been $50 for pre-sale. But I like to get the most bang for my buck, and for $50 you get the GoldClaw, but for $79.99 plus shipping to wherever you go, you get the original GoldClaw as well, the Pocket Claw, and the First Experience Gold Kit, I believe is what this is called. It's got a little thing with pay dirt in it to get you to practice with your GoldClaw. So I figured for $30 more to get 2 more pans, snuffer bottle, vial, and a little bat, well, not bag of dirt, but thing of dirt to practice with, it's worth it. So I went all in on the GoldClaw products to try it out. And I'm like, it's $80. Like, I spent $80 on much worse things in my life, believe that. But to try these out, because I've never really used them before, I'm gonna go outside in the backyard, because when I was going through my garage trying to find something for somebody I was selling something to, I found some stuff. I found a 3-pound semi-rich Eureka Gold Sands bag of pay dirt. I did find the sweet little picker nugget. We'll weigh that up. One of these sample bags from Eureka Gold Sands was with the nugget and an envelope from when I moved here. I've been just getting the little random pay dirts from the drawings online. So without any further ado, I'm going outside to play with my new gold pans and some pay dirt. Alright, so here's the little Pocket Claw with the 2 sample bags, the 1-ounce sample bags, plus the dirt that came with the kit. So to do the GoldClaw, as far as how I've understood from what I've watched on YouTube, is you get your material wet, obviously stratify it, and then tilt it this way, keep stratifying it underwater till you get basically vertical, and that should get rid of most of all your lights, trap your gold. Then you flip it back the other way, tap it underwater, it brings your gold that way, repeat the process, and you should have fairly clean gold. So we are going to try this out. So we're shaking our little mini pan. We got it stratified good enough, I think. I'm gonna just start tilting it. For me, the hard part in doing this is knowing how far to tilt where you don't lose the gold and how far you can take it. Because when I was playing with cons, I lost some gold. Right, so I want to take this to the other side now. And we're going to just go the other way. Some of the videos show people doing this with one hand. I'm just doing this just to try it out with this one because I wasn't very comfortable with this little pan last time I used it. But the bigger pan I had no problems with. But I do see some gold in there, which is a good sign. So well, I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this as well as I could see this. But there's some nice chunkas in there. And some super fine material. Which I'm going to do this again to try to get rid of some of that, more of that black sands. And get this fine gold to stay in. No. It does clean up the gold pretty good though. And we got floater gold. I am not sure what gold came from what dirt, but I am sure is we got a nice little amount of gold in here. Shoot. I'm not sure how well this camera's gonna pick it up, but there's a ton of fines in here. Like lots of shiny gold in there. So there's the Cascade bag from Klondike Clinkers and 2 sample bags in here. So we are gonna do this dirt also. When I did first try these out with those cons last weekend, I did like this pan more. It just felt easier to use. So here we go. Here goes nothing. One thing I did see on their YouTube to kind of classify, because you don't really necessarily need to classify according to the owner and also the videos, is you give it a good shake in all the directions, like so. A lot of your bigger rocks kind of come up to the top and helps your gold settle out to the bottom. So we're going to do that. Now we're going to do the GoldClaw-ing, if that kind of makes sense. And there's some nice chunkers in there. There's also a bunch of fly poos in here that make me think that the Klondike clinkers had some finer gold in it. There's even a little bit of gold floating, but I'm not sure if you could tell. But on this side, there's super fine little ridges for almost finish panning the material on that side, which I kind of just noticed. But we're gonna clean this up, suck it up, do the Eureka Gold sands, and do the big bag in the big monster pan, because I'm doing this real time. I'm not really doing any time lapses today because I don't think this is going to take too long. I will say there's probably a pretty good learning curve to using these, because this is completely foreign panning to me. I have a lot of friends in the mining community that are very old school style of miners, like Miners Moss and Riffles and Expanded Metal only, that would probably never in a million years consider the GoldClaw or Dream Mat or Bazooka Sluices or anything that's not the traditional norm of the mining community. So that being said, I was influenced by them for a while about not going to reinvent the wheel and all that kind of stuff at a few points in me getting gold and doing this whole mining thing. So I'm late to the party when it comes to the GoldClaw, because when I did use it on the cons, I was very surprised with how easy it was to use. That's not good. I just watched two pieces climb out. I'm trying to finish this off too much. They're one piece. I'm gonna give it a little shake. I just got a breeze from somewhere, and someone's barbecuing with some charcoal. I can smell the lighter fluid and charcoal cooking off. I haven't grilled for a while, if you can't tell. But anyway, so we're gonna do the little classifier shake thing. That moves our gold to the bottom, and then start doing our shake and tilt. I'm not so sure on how fast or slow I need to do this tilting, because to say I'm a novice and beginner with this pan is an understatement. Like, you guys are literally seeing probably my first few times using it, besides when I played around with it the other day. So tap it, shake it this way. So that bit of dirt went down to that going this way, so it did reduce it pretty good, substantially. So get our tilt, our shake, start our tilting. I do see some gold in there, so I'm gonna be careful not to lose it. I'm gonna take it back, because I'm not trying to fish this gold out, because I had to fish out some, and I redid all the tailings of what was in here from before, but there's definitely some nice chunkers in here. Let's see if we can get this. They also show people doing it one-handed, which is probably going to be how I use this pan, because I finished with one hand with a normal gold pan. And I'm kind of being a scaredy cat with the tilting right now because I lost a pretty good little chunker on that last go. So these are the pieces from those last 3 bags, which are really nice pieces. There's probably a couple pickers or so in here. I'd be happy with gold like that any day out in the river. But that's what came out of those 2 sample bags plus 1/4 pound Eureka Gold Sand bags. So I'm gonna move this up, suck it out, get it wet. Satisfied. Start tilting. Shoot, I can't even see it where I'm at. One thing I'm gonna say for you guys, I think I need a bigger tub. I think this big daddy's a little too big for here, but we're gonna keep trying though. It's starting to get kind of hard to see what's going on in the pan because the water's getting kind of murky. But one of the cool things about these GoldClaws is that a lot of them nest into each other, and you could do one inside another inside another. And the sides are pretty smooth, so you could pass it from one GoldClaw to another, I guess, like make a little GoldClaw cons. So I'm not sure what you guys can see of that, but there's gold in there. There's a bunch of nice little pieces in here. So what we're gonna do for this pan, because it is so freaking huge, is we're gonna go from this pan to our normal GoldClaw. This ain't normal, the regular size one, because this is anything but normal to me. It's new, and with gold mining, I like new things because usually new things are pretty cool and they work out good compared to the standard old same old. But new things takes practice and getting used to it, so I'm gonna have to play with these a little bit in the backyard. So what we're gonna do is just the finishing side right now to finish these up. And all this dirt is in a safety pan in my normal, or safety tub in my normal tub. That way I'm not having to go through as much stuff. I can just pull it out and pour it in. And one thing I will do is I'm going to take all this into there and try that out with more room, because I was hitting the sides of this little pan, the little tub. So to snuff this up because I'm not complaining, but there's so much gold that's overloading the riffles at the front. I've walked a piece of gold down a little further than I'm comfortable with. So what we're going to do is suck up all the big chunkers and then do this kind of over again. Black sands down, shake, start tilting, listen to the airplane fly over, shake, tilt, shake, tilt. Not a whole lot left in here, that's kind of nice. So we're going to go to the finished panning side. Yeah, this video is kind of dragging on. I'm sorry, guys. This one I feel should be kind of sped up because it is kind of experimental mode, and I want you to hear and see my real thoughts, not just me getting it all done and all of a sudden there's all this clean gold. Alright, so we picked up our inside tub catching stuff and dump that into our production claw, the MegaClaw. I'm gonna call it the MegaClaw. I like that better because production claw sounds kind of too nice for the GoldClaw, and I think it's an eagle in the logo. I don't know. Production claw just sounds too nice to me. I think it should sound more beefy. So the big claw, the MegaClaw. Here we go. So you can see how much material is in here. It is pretty full, if you ask me. So we're going to do a little shake thing. Try to drag all the fine stuff down to the bottom and make a mess. My feet are getting soaked. It's alright though. Tilt and shake. Now I'm getting wet. That's embarrassing. Shake, tilt. There's too much gold in here. Oh well. Like I said, this is a new product. They just started getting shipped out. That's my first time using this pan, so it is new to me. If you were a GoldClaw master and used GoldClaw before, you probably wouldn't have lost as much gold as I just did. All those other things, those other pans. But I will say that gold is kind of the shape and size of the gold that just was in that 3-pound semi-rich Eureka Gold Sands bag, so it's a good possibility I wasn't doing it right in that pan, because I did play with these a little bit with my cons, like I said. But here we go. Clean our gold. We're gonna get this down first. Yeah, it's not so good to lose that much gold. But like I said, literally, you guys just watched my first go at that pan, so it is what it is. Like, I'm sure somebody in the comments will be like, man, you suck at panning and blah 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 and whatever, you know. But literally first time using this, and I'd rather use something like this and play with it in my backyard and lose gold in the tub than lose a lot of gold on the river, because that would be really upsetting to lose that much gold out in the wilds. One nice thing about this one side with the little ridges, sure does make finishing nice though. Almost like back panning basically. But like, I'm not gonna say micro ridges. They're not micro, but they're pretty small. So that does help, because there was a lot of little gold stuck in those black sands that were getting stuck in those riffles. And I'm not a pro back panner by any means. Some of my friends could back pan really well and fast. I am not one of those people. Alright guys, we have our 3 gold pans here. We have our gold from those bags of dirt. We are going to dry it out, weigh it, let you know what we got. So we're gonna weigh up this gold. So you guys can't see the scale obviously with what it's reading, but I can. It is 3.087 grams of gold, which is really nice. Way better than my best day times like a lot. So we're gonna put that in here for now, and then we're gonna weigh up this little picker nugget guy right here. So that weighs 0.778 grams plus what we got here for 3.864 grams of gold for the day, just from playing around the house. That's pretty sweet. I'll take that all the time. We're gonna put that in a separate vial just for knowing what we get from like drawings and contests versus wild caught gold, because my goal for the year is to get, I think I said 5 or 3 grams to one of my friends when we were talking about it, and that doesn't really count because that's not quite bought gold, but free gold, so to speak. I didn't have to work for it. I bought it in the form of buying in the contest and stuff. So we're gonna put that away. All right, so you guys got to see my first kind of real go around with the GoldClaw. My first overall impressions with it is it's different. It's nothing like I've used before. It's gonna take some getting used to. Am I gonna go straight to the river with this and only bring this and expect to get a gram of gold in a day? Probably not. I'm gonna take it out gradually and use it a little bit every time I go till I get really comfortable with it. The big production pan, the MegaClaw, one thing I didn't say outside, which I think is kind of neat, that's different than the mini pocket claw and the regular one, is on the sides of this thing there are spots to grip your GoldClaw with, which is kind of nice, I guess, so it's not so slick. But anyway, that's my first thoughts and impressions on the GoldClaw. I think it's a cool pan. I think I probably said that already once, but I'm sorry this video is kind of dragged out, but it's my first thoughts. I'm not gonna say completely unedited and filtered, but pretty close. I'm gonna edit some of the things I said out, like when I start rambling about stupid stuff. But this was raw, first thoughts and impressions, no time lapses, no speeding up footage, just real straightforward me and my GoldClaws. So you guys have a good one. We will definitely be making more videos in the future. We'll see you soon.